You're watching the newsroom on TV360 Nigeria. Thank you for joining us. While some states are recording an increase in their COVID-19 toll, Zamfara and Taraba states are yet to confirm any positive case of the virus in more than 2 weeks. Taraba, which has recorded 18 cases so far, has gone 18 days without a new case. It, however, has 8 active cases with no casualty. Zamfara State, on the other hand, with a total of 76 patients, has not recorded a new case in 20 days and has discharged all its remaining active cases. It, however, recorded 8 casualties. The Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, has directed its staff to present themselves for COVID-19 testing as a matter of public safety. This was contained in a press release issued on Monday by the Director, Corporate Affairs, NDDC, Charles Odili. The statements come in as 6 staff members of the NDDC tested positive for coronavirus in Port Harcourt. According to the statement, the Rivers State Ministry of Health has directed that workers of the NDDC self-isolate in view of the cases, thereby requesting that all staff exhibiting symptoms present themselves for testing, line listing and contact tracing in order to ensure public health safety. The World Health Organization, WHO, has raised concern over rising COVID-19 cases across the globe. The Director General of the agency, Tedros Ghebreyesus, speaking at a virtual news conference, said, although the situation in Europe is improving, it was worsening globally. He added that more than 100,000 cases have been reported on 9 of the past 10 days. Yesterday, more than 136,000 cases were reported, the most in a single day so far.
Almost 7 million cases of COVID-19 have now been reported to WHO, and almost 400,000 deaths. Although the situation in Europe is improving, globally it's worsening. More than 100,000 cases have been reported on 9 of the past 10 days. Yesterday, more than 136 cases were reported, the most in a single day so far. Almost 75% of yesterday's cases come from 10 countries, mostly in the Americas and South Asia. Most countries in the African region are still experiencing an increase in the number of COVID-19 cases, with some reporting cases in new geographic areas, although most countries in the region have less than 1,000 cases. We also see increasing numbers of cases in parts of Eastern Europe and Central Asia. At the same time, we're encouraged that several countries around the world are seeing positive signs. In these countries, the biggest threat now is complacency. Results from studies to see how much of the population has been exposed to the virus show that most people globally are still susceptible to infection. We continue to urge active surveillance to ensure the virus does not rebound, especially as mass gatherings of all kinds are starting to resume in some countries.
The Senate has confirmed the nominations of Diana Okonta, South-South, and Yana Talibiaru, Northeast, as non-executive directors of the Nigerian Deposit Insurance Corporation. The appointment of both nominees was approved after the Senate considered the report of the Committee on Banking, Insurance and Other Financial Institutions. The Senate also confirmed the appointment of the chairman and 2 members of the Nigerian Law Reform Commission. The confirmation of the nominees followed the consideration of the report of the Senate Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights and Legal Matters. The Nigerian Army Special Forces have rescued 4 persons, including 2 aid workers, from Action Against Hunger and the International Committee for the Red Cross, ICRC. The rescued persons were abducted by Boko Haram insurgents along Maiduguri-Mungono Road in Borno State. A military source said the Boko Haram insurgents came with 11 gun trucks and blocked the road, where they carried out an operation that lasted less than 15 minutes. But the special forces trailed the group and engaged the fleeing insurgents in a gun duel, which lasted for about an hour. The House of Representatives has responded to allegations of budget padding levied against it by the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC. Spokesperson of the House, Benjamin Kalu, told TV360 Nigeria that the claims that ghost projects approved in the Commission's 2019 budget are untrue and simply designed to mislead the public. Kalu said the National Assembly is resolute to ensure that the NDDC accounts for the allegations of financial improprieties levied against it.
I can assure you that the total number of projects in that particular budget in reference, which is 2019, as a member of the committee, I was there when we did the analysis. Total number of projects remains 5,959. And out of these 5,959 projects, 5,416 projects spilled, they were rolled over from 2018 to 2019. When you minus 5,959 and you take out 5,416 out of it, you are having 543 projects. And so where are they getting the 1,000 and the 7,000 projects they're talking about? And when you come to these 500 projects that we are talking about, it is spread across 9 states plus the head office. That is what they share in this 500 projects we are talking about. And this 500 project includes the head office of NDDC as a budget item, budget head. It includes the furnishing of the head office. It includes the forensic auditing that is going on. They are part of this 500 project we are talking about. So when people hear that 500 project was, or 1,000 project was from National Assembly, it's not true.
The Nigerian Senate has granted a 4-week extension to its ad hoc committee, which is handling the investigation of the alleged mismanagement of 40 billion naira. The Interim Management Committee of the Niger Delta Development Commission had made the allegations of financial improprieties. Chairman of the panel, Senator Olubunmi Adetunbi, had raised the point of order, drawing the attention of his colleagues to the need to extend the initial 1-month period of investigation with additional weeks. Adetunbi said the COVID-19 lockdown in the country had prevented his panel to from receiving written memorandum from affected stakeholders. After reviewing Adetunbi's proposal, the Senate granted his panel a 1-month extension. We'll take a break now and we'll return with business stories and more. Do stay with us.
James, I don't know. You need to answer your call. Sorry. This. Hello?
Is this Mr. Peter? I'm calling from the NCDC. Your friend, Mr. James Okripocha, was brought in this morning and tested positive for the coronavirus. He mentioned that he had been in close contact with you.
God forbid bad thing.
Sir, I am not saying that you have the virus, but you have spent some time with him over the past 14 days and it is better if you self-isolate immediately.
I don't know any James at all. Even only James in the Bible that I know as a good Christian.
Sir, he showed us pictures.
Now, wow.
If you have come in contact with someone who has tested positive for the coronavirus, self-isolating is key to protecting those around you. Remember, viruses don't move, people do. Stopping the spread is in your hands.
This message is from the Akinfade Foundation in partnership with the National Orientation Agency with support from MacArthur Foundation.
In the last 3 years, we have built a multi-purpose center, which is the envy of all in our constituency. And I can tell you that the people who are living there are already enjoying it.
Guy, do you think what this man just said is true? See, I seriously doubt. I'm sure it's one of those their silly lies.
And wait, do you know there's a way to find out if these things he's saying is true or not? This is the Construct app. It gives people like us a sure way to track implementation of constituency projects. It gives valid and verified information on location of projects, amounts allocated, amount funded, the level of job done, and even the profiles of concerned legislators. You and I can post directly on this app.
Are you serious?
This is the GoTo app. If you want to know how our Commonwealth is being expanded by the government.
Wow. Let's even see if what this man said is true. Show me.
The Construct app is developed by Other People Nigeria with support from USAID and is available on both Google Play Store and Apple Store.
And it's true.
Of course, I told you.
Power consumers are going to start paying more for prepaid meters as the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, NERC, has hiked the cost of the commodity. A memo from the NERC showed that the price for a three-phase meter was increased from 67,055 naira to 82,855 naira and 19 kobo, while the cost of a single-phase meter was raised from 36,991 naira to 44,896 naira. Providing reasons for the increase, NERC Chairman James Momoh in the memo explained that the hike in foreign exchange rate by the CBN was a contributory factor. Figures from the Commission showed that out of a total of 8,310,408 registered active electricity customers, only 3,704,302 have been metered. This means 55.4% of end-user customers were still on estimated billing. Family and close friends of George Floyd will gather in Houston later today for his funeral after mourners paid their respects to the African-American whose death in custody ignited global protest against police brutality and racism. The private funeral will take place at the Fountain of Praise Church, Houston, at 11 a.m. local time to 5 p.m. Nigerian time. The service will also be live streamed on major television stations. According to family sources, Floyd will be buried next to his mother. On Monday, thousands of well-wishers filed past Floyd's coffin in a public viewing as the court set bail at $1 million for the white officer charged with his murder last month in Minneapolis. In Washington, Democratic lawmakers knelt in silent tributes to Floyd before unveiling a package of police reforms in response to the killing of unarmed Black Americans by law enforcement. Swedish second division club Hammarby has announced the signing of former Golden Eaglet star Akin Komiamu on a 4-year deal. Hammarby sports manager Jesper Jansen confirmed the news on the club's website. The 18-year-old football star joined Hammarby from local club Sidos FC. He was part of the Golden Eaglet side that featured in the 2019 Under-17 World Cup in Brazil. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, it's currently unclear when Amu can obtain a visa to Sweden, but the club will hope he can join them as soon as possible. And that's it on the newsroom on TV360 Nigeria. I am Annetta Felix. Thank you for watching.